Hi, I decided to explain some of the options in the trade settings of Rare Q. Helps it to help one or two persons. So I'm making use of this KSM coin, as you can see. So let's go to the trade setting. I'm going to be explaining everything as you can see here. So starting from the very first item there, that is the first buy-in amount. Of course, once you're starting a strategy, the first buy-in amount is what you put here. That's the first amount of coin you're instructing the bot to buy. The first position you're instructing the bot to put for you. Okay, so open position doubled actually instructs the bot to open a double position parallel. So I have tried opening, for example, this is a KSM. So if I want to open another KSM, perhaps I just want to run two parallel. I don't think that is actually possible. So I can only do one, and the other option to do it actually double is this option. So once you click on double, once it is buying 50, it will buy 50 in two places, two different positions. And then for the different margin calls, whatever is happening to the first position is also happening to the second. So you have two things running side by side. Okay, so the margin call limit, as we know, is the number of times you expect a drop, and at those times with their different percentages you expect replenishment to happen, meaning that you expect your bot to actually replenish, to actually buy from your USDT in balance. All right, so we'll talk more about that when we get to the margin configuration. So we are also familiar kind of with the whole position take profit ratio. At what um, point do you want the bot to actually take profit for you? Okay, so that's clear. But one thing that was not clear to me for a while is this other option of whole position take profit callback. All right, so I'll try and explain that right now. So the first one is whole position take profit ratio, where I put 2.1. So you're actually instructing the bot, once my position is up by 2.1%, get ready to take profit. That's how I would explain that. So get ready. It's not actually taking profit at that point. So you instruct the bot to get ready, and then the whole position take profit callback states that. But while at that 2.1, if it has gotten to 2.1 and it steps back by 0.2%, meaning that it was in 2.1 and then it sets back, and then you now find it at around 1.9. If that happens, take the profit instantly, meaning that I'm expecting it to go up. It has gotten to 2.1, get ready. But if it goes down below 2.1 by 0.2%, take profit. So that is when the bot will actually activate the profit. All right, so let's get that. So the next thing is the call margin, percentage call margin. As you can see here, I actually opened 14 different call margin. Okay, 14 different expected positions to be taken. So once the once the price once the price dips by 0.6%, I mean, just as it is here. So everything you see here is what the bot is going to do following the percentage you have here. All right, so once your total asset value is down by these percentages here, you're instructing the bot, please do this. Okay, so at first it will be buying up to the seventh call, it will be buying 0.5, and then by this setting here it start buying one as from the eighth call. I mean, it has my total asset has dipped by 4.5. All right, so currently this is the setting that you have here. Okay, so the next one is the buy in callback. So this buying callback is similar to the callback I explained earlier on, the one of whole position take profit callback. So after taking profit, you want to buy in almost immediately, right? So the same thing applies. All right. After selling, you're waiting to buy. All right. So at the price you're waiting to buy, if it dips by 0.2%, which is always very, very fast, so place a market order to buy. All right. And then when the order is placed, it now depends on the system because of what you call slippage, you may not actually buy at that particular time, especially for a market that is that has a lot of frequency. Okay, so that is that for buy in callback. As a matter of fact, all these callbacks actually mean the same thing. Now, this next thing is actually interesting: distributed and take profit allocation. If we go into it, you notice that this is starting from the fifth position. All right, so this is closely connected to the margin calls. Okay, so the margin call has had 1 to 14. Now you are saying 5 to 14 here. So from position 5, from the fifth margin call down to the 14th margin call, they are considered as sub positions. All right, but the bot aggregates everything you buy from your first to the fourth margin call. Everything you buy, it accumulates them as a single position when it wants to liquidate them. So it will be computing the aggregate amount of that relative to the average price. And then once it goes up uh, above by the percentage you want to liquidate the position, the bot will sell and then take your profit. And at that point, we'll only buy back, all right, the your buy-in amount, all right. But while going down, the market could not go up for you to go up from the fourth position. It dips down to the fifth margin call, sixth and seventh margin call. So all of this will now be as sub positions, all right. So at their sub position level, here you can determine the profit you want to make for each of the positions. All right. So I'm saying that whatever was purchased during the fifth margin call, which is the fifth sub position, I actually wanted to sell at 1.5% profits. So that is defined. All right. All of this different up to 14 defined. However, what I indicated as I wanted it to sell at this particular amount is not actually the amount it will sell. This is the percentage I'm telling these different suppositions that I'm telling the bot to sell at. So at this stage, I'm telling the bot, be prepared to sell at this. What now determines when the bot will sell? This last option, sub position take profit callback. So this last option is telling the bot that all those sub positions that you saw there, all right, at the respective percentages, get ready to sell. However, if it dips down by 0.3, you have no option than to sell, actual sale. All right. So you see people, some persons making this zero. Okay. It implies that get ready to sell at 2.1 and actually sell at 2.1. All right. The same thing for all of this. All right. So I've just deliberately put. Let me just make this 0.1. All right. Just for the sake of it. Okay. No, this should be around 3, in fact. Let me leave this at 0.1. Okay, so I want to believe it was a big issue for me for a long while, but now I understood it somehow, and then I decided to share this knowledge with you guys. So thank you. Bye.